Okay, 4 through the states, nothing funny going on. Let's take a look at the board. Attacks Torturer. That's it. Is there a village to go with Torturer? There are multiple. Okay, so Village Torture. Huge freaking attack. Great. Trashing Apprentice again. And Apprentice is the only trashing. Again. Okay, fine. That's fine. So Village Torture, big deal. Apprentice doesn't like to trash curses. Okay, fine. Village here, you've got these guys. Draw, you've got Torture, Embassy, Council Room. Plus buy is present in Puan. And Council Room. And hey, there's Embassy Tunnel. So there's Village Torture, and then there's Village Embassy Tunnel. That's a big engine. Torture is probably going to be more important early, and then once you are drawing reliably enough to add some payload, then you can maybe get Embassy Tunnel. But like, I don't think Embassy Tunnel by itself is really going to stand up to Village Torturer. Is it? Apprentice can really draw a lot of cards, and Tunnel is a gold gainer. You can enable it with the Embassy, so it's a little more complex to do it, but like you can still have that same kind of feel of a game where you're just like drawing golds, gaining golds, trashing golds with Apprentice. You know, like that's a thing. Council Room, Torturer. I mean, there's not really a combo there, right? Because Torture doesn't discard down to, it's just a number of cards. So you can't really sidestep the drawback of Council Room. How do you play this? Well, you get villages, you get torturers, and then you get probably a single apprentice for thinning. We'll see how it feels. But without a 5/2 opening, with everything costing 5, you just have to open. Double silver. Man, Cartographer could be good also. Like, Apprentice and Cartographer, like, you want these, and prioritizing them is going to be extremely difficult. Am I going to open pawn over silver? I mean, I want the pawn eventually, but it just doesn't seem all that good. I mean, on the first shuffle, it's good, because you can play it for card dollar, and that's arguably better than silver. On the first shuffle. And then after that, like, you can cantrip it, which is okay, like, but another silver is also okay. If you open double silver, your chances of hitting double 5 on your first shuffle are good, right? And I think they're better than if you do silver pawn. Silver pawn hits 5 if the estate is the bottom card of the shuffle and the smoothing works out. Estate being bottom card of the shuffle is 1 and 4. Smoothing working out is non-trivial. And also your pawn can't be in the 11th card either. So this is probably less than a 20% chance. Double silver has to have a higher percent chance of hitting double 5. But hitting double 5 isn't the biggest deal in the world, because you still need to be picking up these villages. Like, having the hands where you do nothing but buy these villages is going to be important. Like, I don't want to buy nothing but 5s. Double 5 on the first shuffle would be really nice, though, because I want to get, like, Apprentice and Torturer. Or I want to get something like that. That would be nice. But the priority, it just doesn't seem that important. To add a silver in your deck that eventually you're not really going to want. So the immediate benefit isn't all that much more stellar, and the long-term benefit doesn't seem all that great. And Wandering Winder, who's really good, also got a pawn. Yeah, so here's the question. Like, the first one of these guys is totally going to be Apprentice or Cartographer, because Torture this early just isn't as important. Like, you want to get your cycling before your drawing, and the attack portion is not very meaningful at this very moment. So, like, I'm seriously thinking about getting Cartographer. No, Apprentice first has to be just better. Okay, we're going to play this for card and dollar. We're going to buy our farming village. Hey, he did the same thing. So far it is mirror in every sense of the word, except that he had an estate on top of his deck now, and I have a copper because he had to overpay for his apprentice. This will be a regular village, and then now that I've had these 2 village turns, I'm much more inclined to get this torturer. the cycling benefit of the Torture is going to be, at this point, basically just as good as the Cartographer. At least the first one is. And drawing the cards is going to be pretty nice. I've got 2 villages in my deck. I feel like I can easily support one single Torturer. So my next 5 will be Le Torturer, which I'll be hitting on this turn. Did he plays Apprentice? He did. Okay, so it's once again a mirror draw. What's in here? I'm not going to draw anything dead, am I? These are my only 2 action cards in my deck. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to do card. And I'm not going to use a dollar. I'm not going to use a buy either, so it doesn't actually matter. Whatever, we'll just do this because it's strictly better. I'm so good at this game. Whatever, it was still the right play to draw the card. I just tend to overthink, I guess. Now let's actually think for a half a second about what's going to happen here. So I do have a Torture, Apprentice, and 2 villages in here. There's 4 things I could draw dead. I don't particularly want to cycle with this pawn. I don't want to draw anything dead. I kind of like the mix of what's in here. So we will pick up Torture number 2. We will get tortured here, and that's just fine. Discarding 2 cards doesn't hurt all that super much here, because I'll draw 2 with this estate, and hopefully good things will happen. There's very likely to be a village in here, which will give me 3 cards worth of reach out of 5, and I have a halfway decent chance of drawing the Torture. It's at least a coin flip for me. The 2 coppers just don't seem likely to matter. Not nearly as much as a curse. Adding a village doesn't seem as good as thinning a curse, effectively, if that's what it comes down to. And a village over Torture also isn't worth it. I know, like, oh man, I'm talking so much, and it's because I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm starting to feel better about things. This seems a pretty easy village 5er. He's probably going between Torture and Cartographer. That's what I'd be thinking about, because a single cardio is going to be good here. Oh, dear deck, I heart you. The only thing I don't like is that this had to miss a shuffle. Just would have liked that to happen last turn. Oh, ouch. Okay, whatevs. Tunnel already, huh? I mean, you do have an enabler here with your farming village, but man, I don't like the tunnel this early. I feel like it's just entirely too early. Another Torturer here. Cartographer just doesn't seem important right now. I need to just hope I can play a lot of Torturers on him. I forgot to mark down he went first. Hey, he takes the curse. I'll discard everything on this hand. This is awful. Also, I believe there's a village in here I can draw dead, so thanks, deck. Okay, he gets his embassy now. Second apprentice. Man, I just think that's aggressive. I don't particularly like this play from him. The embassy's probably then the apprentice. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's probably good. Man, I just don't know how I feel. That's what's really going on here. I did just get another silver from his embassy gain. I could just trash it. It's very important to play tortures this turn. Yeah, let's go for that. Or let's do this. Okay, thank you, deck. This is acceptable. It's unfortunate I have to draw this last village dead. Or I can top deck it for next turn. Never mind. I take back everything I've ever thought or said, ever. Okay, so this did not feel good for him. Well, it's going to be farming village and a 5-er. That much is clear. With a top-decked village, I'm inclined to just get another torture. On the other hand, a single embassy could be really good for keeping my reliability up. He does have a second apprentice. It's not time for apprentice number 2 for me, and I still don't feel like a single cardio is better than one of these drawing cards. Embassy torturer. Embassy torturer. That could have been a mistake. Okay, well, I'll be taking a curse. He's still got 2 curses in his deck. I have an estate. And he apprenticed to silver. Card action to his pawn. That's his last one. I can draw. Enough. Okay, I've got Apprentice and Estate in hand. I'm actually very happy about that, because with Apprentice in hand, I didn't want my farming villages skipping my estates. Apprenticing Estate at this point is way better than... Well, okay, let's play Village first. Yeah, now I don't want to hold my breath on apprenticing the curse this turn. Do I? I'm drawing a lot, man. Yeah, let's play Embassy first. I think this is pretty clear. Discard 3 coppers. Like, all my draw is back here. I should be drawing a lot more than this, right? Right, deck? Okay, this is why you build a good deck, so that you can deal with terrible draws like this. So I feel like my deck is coming together at this point. Okay. What's that last card? It's a copper. Apprentice Curse. Pawn to draw it. Yeah, that's better. Because then if I want to apprentice this estate later, yeah, estate's better to have in the deck than Curse. So we do this for card, and we need a buy. And then we have $9 again, and I think we just get Farming Village and Torture. If we continue to draw the crap out of our deck, we're going to make him have to deal with this. And then this is a really inconvenient time for him to have to deal with all of this. I can just reliably play more and more Torturers every turn. Then I think it's safe to add Payload. But only then. Okay, so who will be playing as third Torturer? Drawing everything. I still feel safe discarding these. Maybe I shouldn't. I feel okay. Okay, he's still got 2 curses left in his deck, but he did draw it. Now he did not, he's got a tunnel in here. He didn't do like an attempt to discard it for gold. Puppies dozing. Apprentice and Torturer. 3rd Apprentice, okay. He's really focusing on payload already, which, I mean, I should probably be doing soon, but maybe not this very stinking moment. I am playing more Torturers on him every turn. Okay, I think I can draw everything this turn. Five, 4 cards in the discard. Yeah, so I can play Torture and then Embassy. But it has to be this order. So I still draw everything but 1. I think I'm okay with that. I can focus on adding some payload to my deck since the curses are basically going to be out. At that point, I won't have to worry as much about discarding my hand to Torture. I'd rather trash the curse. I can get like Apprentice and Tunnel. That actually feels pretty good. But, well, we need to discard all treasures so that I can dead draw it with Pawn. And I said I wanted Apprentice and Tunnel, right? That feels pretty good. The Apprentice will act as trashing for this estate, which gives me extra draw. Assuming I have a curse, I won't have discarded anything, so this redraw can be used to draw that gold that I will gain, and then I'll be able to build more next turn. Probably get like Pawn, Embassy, or something. This seems like a good plan. Let's go for this. Yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, there's 2 curses left, huh? I don't want both of them. Well, I'm gonna have both of them. He has 2 pawns also. I need to pay attention to that. So his risk of getting payload early... I mean, what does this mean for him? There's a gold in the trash. What does it mean for him? It means that if he doesn't stall... If he doesn't stall, he's just going to be ahead. If I think it's not likely that he's going to stall, then what I'll do is get a council room, because that's going to be much better for me than a pawn. 2nd tunnel for you. That that was really good. Sure. Can I get like a torturer, please? Embassy, maybe? Thank you, deck. YTB. Okay. I feel a little bit better about my life right now. That was scary. But hey, we got there, guys. We did it. It was very strange. We discarded a tunnel to the farming village and not to the embassy. It would have been kind of hot if we could have done them both, but that's very difficult. That's hard mode, guys. Hard mode. Do I have another village deck? Well, I guess we're going to have to trash the estate this turn. Whatevs. It's not a huge deal. He has thinned 1 copper. He still has 3 curses in his deck, but he has 3 apprentices. I'm thinking about getting the council room now. And the reason for this is because I should be able to draw more golds and stuff. Is that smart? Or should I just bite it and get a pawn? If I get a council room, that's 1 terminal I'm not playing. More draw could mean I could reveal this tunnel more. Man, the council room's just so good for me right now. It's speculative on whether or not it helps him. I think I have to get a council room. And I really want a village to support it. The village is going to be good because it opens up the possibility for me discarding the tunnel multiple times in the turn. So I'll have even more payload. I could have like 18 and 3 buys next turn. Yeah. Let's go for that. Piles? Piles aren't close enough yet. Kicks off again. He has another pawn in hand. He hasn't discarded tunnel this turn. He lost all of his opportunities to do that. So this is a bad draw for him. His deck could have done much better. Is he going to draw that card? Yeah. It wasn't like another village. Wow. Yeah, this was awful for him. He's had pretty bad luck. He might want to get another embassy here for redundancy. Might be a smart play for him. He had 2 tunnels in his deck, and he didn't discard either one of them. Okay, I think council room first. Yeah, because it's smarter. So let's do the smart thing. Let's do torturer next. Okay. Let's do village and let's do embassy. Well, let's do some more villaging. We're not gonna shuffle yet, so embassy's not as important. We can do torturer. We'll be fine. Yes, we will. We won't come up to this shuffle. So this is what we want. Now embassy, because I want to discard it before shuffling. That doesn't really matter. I don't think I have any more farming villages that could discard it twice. Wait, I have 2 tunnels. Didn't I get a tunnel last turn? Nope, didn't. Sad day. I need to get some more, huh? Well, embassy next for sure. Got this one farming village. Let's pitch the curse to give it a slightly higher chance of finding that tunnel. Yeah. Okay. Now we have to play a torture, which is a little unfortunate. Hey, hey, hey! We got a shot. We can do this, kids. Find the tunnel. Tunnel before other card, whatever it is. Go farming village! Heh, that was so hot. That was amazing. Okay, so we can play torture, draw all the things, apprentice bad things. That was cute. I might be able to do that. Okay. 20 and 3 buys. I think I need another tunnel. I really want to get some more pile control. So, like, council room pawn seems okay. I can use my pawns for action buy, and I'll have even more draw. Tunnel's also very important for points. It makes me not have to do weird things with my draw in order to try and get enough economy for what I want to do. I've got 3 buys. I could have 5. 5 buys, burgers and fries, at least threaten this. Of course, he gets 1 tunnel, and it's still threatened. Ooh. Me likey this. Yeah, this is super good. Then he has to green, and his economy is bad, yeah? He's got $9 in his deck right now, plus whatever he can get with his tunnels. This is an advantage. I can press it while still building. Yeah, let's go for this. This is really bad. I'm going to have to apprentice a torturer this turn. Oh, that's annoying, but it's so important not to lose pace. I can sacrifice the economy. Or economy or draw or whatever. This is just really bad. I still only have 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I could tie it on my turn, right? Yeah, I could tie it on my turn. I can't actually win on my turn. Whatever, I still think this is probably good. Gets me buys. Although, and it gets me draw. I'm going to have to focus a little bit more on rebuilding my deck. I might not be able to overdraw as much as I would like. No, I should be fine. I trashed a torture, but I still have a council room. I perfectly drew last turn. The apprentice trashing the torture should be a band-aid for this turn, so I could potentially still overdraw. I will overdraw, and I might be able to reveal both the tunnels. So I'm just going to have to keep that in mind when buying this turn to figure out how much emphasis I want to put on draw. He only played 3 tortures. He can still draw much more than this. Action buy, dollar buy. Oh, but he doesn't have the terminal space in his deck. It's fine. It's good for reliability, but we may see him buy a village here. Cartographer could potentially be good. Man, you always have to think about that thing. I'd really like to just thin my coppers and get more golds, because then hands like this aren't nearly as bad. If these were golds, you know, I'd be in much better shape. How many apprentices did he play? He apprentice trashed gold. Herm. Apprentice copper, and then apprentice gold. So he has a thinner, more reliable deck that has less payload. That's what it comes down to. But, I mean, the fact that I have more buys as my payload makes me feel a little better. All he has is 2 pawns, and I've got 2 pawns and 2 council rooms. So I get some flexibility. And also, the fact that he's so thin means my council rooms help him much less. Okay, so he very smartly plays around my endgame here by getting this province, which he may not have wanted to do. Anyway, let's do this. Let's play village over farming village. Dear deck! Okay. Well, we need to do this. And then let's do embassy next. I should be able to draw. I calculated it before the turn started. Should be able to draw everything. He's discarding. Discard embassy. Go farming village, go! That was super hot. I can draw 7 more cards. Gotta burn 2 more. What are those cards? I just don't want to mess around here. I just want to draw things. Of course, if I had counted properly, could have had another gold. Whatever. I'm not. Let's just not worry about it. Okay. I think I want to get things. I want another council room. That's basically non-negotiable. I need to replace the torture, and it gives me a buy. He still only has 3 buys. So getting a farming village here is probably good to go with my council room. I'm even tempted by a 3rd apprentice just for reliability, but that just seems bad. So like village, council room, province, I have 11 left. That's farming village, not regular village. $11. I could get like a cartographer. And another embassy, I think. No, no, not another embassy. I feel like I want more draw. Like cartographer apprentice. I've got a lot of golds. I really don't want a dud. Money is not a huge issue for me. Reliability is the issue. Right now I threaten, various 3-pile scenarios. He still has to continue greening. Reliability is so important. I've got 6 gains now. I really like an apprentice here. I've come around on it. I want the cartographer. Yep. Reliability is very important to me. This is one of the most interesting village torturer games that I've played in quite some time. He could play his other embassy. On the other hand, he's played 3 torturers. I don't think he's going to play another one right now, so I'm going to take a bio break. He triple provinces. Fabulous. So what do I need to win? 3 provinces, and that's 18 points on a duchy. Okay. Certainly doable. I had 28 last turn. Cost me 29. I'll probably need to gain 1 gold along the way. It's unfortunate. I was hoping to discard a tunnel with that, but okay. We'll deal with it. My embassy's toward the bottom. It's slightly obnoxious, but I still have Apprentice Torture I can use. I'm pretty sure I should be able to end it this turn. 3 cards in the discard. Let's go ahead and play Farming Village. Now we don't waste any embassy draw. 18, 22, 27, 29. I do have the win in my hand. So I will win. Yep. But let's just make a bunch of money because it doesn't hurt me. $24, $28, $1 million. Yeah, we're good. Let's see how many people are watching. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's some people in the chat criticizing my play. I wouldn't have them doing anything else. All right. I would like to go first so we can play one more pro game. Please, GoCo. Yay, thank you, GoCo. Nothing on the next page. 3-4 with the states. Let's take a look at the board.